Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we got Denis Puric with us, Denis the Menace, up against Takeru in the big one, 173 in Tokyo. You can't miss this. This is going to be absolutely massive, and it's just another banger added to the card. Takeru, what a fight. How big is this?
It's big, man. It's big. I feel like I got another chance to go for the belt, at least in kickboxing, and it's probably if I beat the Takeru, I think it's gonna be Rodtang again. Um, we put on a spectacle last time. So I'm just excited, man. I'm just excited to go in there and do what I do, perform.
I've got to say, 40 years old, you're doing things that a lot of people couldn't dream of. How significant is that to show people what can be done?
I mean, it's wonderful that I can still do it at this age. To be honest, I feel good. Like I don't feel the age creeping up on me. It does take a little bit longer to recover for sure. I feel that. So I'm just happy that they actually gave me some time to prepare for this fight. And usually I get 5, 6 week notice. You know what I mean? At this age, I need longer camp. So I'm very happy that they let me know a little bit earlier this time. So now I got 12 weeks. I'll be ready for this one for sure.
Tell me about getting this fight because you came out, you asked for it, you got it. So tell me about that process.
So this fight, they actually offered me Takeru last year, right after I fought Rodtang, but I was in Europe doing a seminar tour, and I couldn't fight. It was like an August fight, and I couldn't fight because I was doing a Euro tour all of August and September. Yeah, August and September. Yeah, because the fight was supposed to be in August, so I couldn't fight, and then. Yeah, this year, it just fell perfectly. They offered a fight, and I was like stoked. Let's get it.
Is there a lesson to be learned though? Because I think, I interview a lot of fighters and I ask them, who do you want to fight? And a lot of them just say whoever the promotion wants to give me. But in the fight game, that doesn't always get you anywhere, right? So do you have
Yeah,
any advice for fighters? Because I don't think you've talked any trash. I don't think you disrespected anybody. But there is nothing wrong with saying I want to fight this man, is there?
of course. I mean, you have to put it out there. You have to put it out there because if you don't, they're not. I mean, you're not gonna get what you want all the time. But if you work hard for it and you make some noise and you perform well, and I'm pretty sure you'll get it. I mean, the advice is work hard, don't give up, and reach for the stars, man. Reach for the stars, man. And I came in this league wanting to fight the best. I signed a contract with one championship to fight Rodtang and Rodtang only. I didn't care who they put in front of me. There was ups and downs. I'm not a perfect fighter, but I'm exciting, and I know I put on a great show every time, um, and that's what it's all about, man. It's about performance, bro. You know what I mean? It's for me, it's not all about winning or losing fights. For me, it's about performing, winning the crowd. That's my job.
How important is this fight for Takeru? Because, big star, maybe the highest paid athlete in one, I think. His
For
purse is
sure.
absolutely insane. So he's got to, if he doesn't beat you, he's got to come out and show who he is, right?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like he's putting a lot of pressure on himself from the post that he's making from what I see. Um but yeah, I mean it's a big fight for both of us. I know he wants that rematch with Rodtang. And I want the belt. I don't care who I get to fight with, whether it's super leg Rodtang, that doesn't matter. You know, and again, I'm here to do my job, perform. This is what we're fighters, man. At the end of the day, we're entertainers, and a lot of fighters forget that. Sometimes we got to go in there and entertain, man. Stop putting pressure on yourself, man. Shit.
Yeah, he does put a lot of pressure on himself, it seems. Do you think he spars too hard? I saw Liam Harrison saying these guys in that yellow gym, man, they go so hard, and Liam was saying he thinks that's why what happened against Rodtang happened because too many years of sparring hard. Is there anything?
Yeah, hard. Yeah, they do spar hard, but you know what, man? Growing up in the gym that I grew up in, most of the sparring sessions were harder than most of my fights. You know what I mean? So, um, it all depends where you're from, who you are, how you built, I guess. Um, but yeah, but look at Rodtang, man. You know, you see this fucking guy, he's hitting pads and his pad holder is smashing him in his face and with his hands down. So, um, it's just, everybody's different. Everybody's built different. Somebody's jaw is built to last longer. Some are not. So you got to know your body, and you got to train the way your body's built. You know what I mean? I feel like he they do spar a little bit hard, and you never know, man. You never know There's a lot that happens behind the scenes. So who knows?
What do you think his biggest strength is?
His biggest strength in this fight against me will be probably his toe stab kicks. As you know, I've been dropped a couple times these last two fights with the body shot. So we're working on that body, making sure that that doesn't happen again. But I also feel like that happens. If you've been following what I've been doing lately, I've been fighting every 4 or 5 months at this age. So I'm not giving myself enough time to recover after these fights and going in there, and I don't ask for breaks. I ask to fight. So I feel like it's my fault as well. But I just felt like I don't have enough time to recover before I get to the next fight, and body's not 100%. So I've had some time off. I started the camp early this time, working on that body a lot, making sure that that doesn't happen again because I feel like that's going to be the biggest issue is those little toe stab kicks to the body. Other than that, I don't feel like he doesn't have the power that I have. He is fast, but I'm more explosive and more powerful, I feel.
He's coming off the back of, getting knocked out fast. Could that happen again against you?
That's the plan, brother. That's the plan. Put him away early, get that bonus, and get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Do you relish being you're essentially the enemy here, right? He's the Japanese hero fighting in Tokyo. You're here to upset the story, right?
I'm used to being the underdog and the in enemy territories. So it's nothing new to me, man. I strive in these kind of areas, so I'll be fine.
Do you think you bring out the best in him? Could we see something legendary here? I mean, you want to end it quickly, but it could also be a classic. Is that the case?
Whatever the case may be, brother, we're gonna go in there. We're gonna kickbox and may the best man win.
Do you prefer kickboxing to Muay Thai?
I do. I'm more of a kickboxer myself. Muay Thai, I fight everywhere just because I'm a fighter. I've done MMA, I've done Muay Thai, kickboxing. I mean, I'm a fighter, so I'll fight anywhere. But considering my age, I feel like now I'm gonna stick more with kickboxing. Um, just because it's I'm a better kickboxer for sure than a Muay Thai fighter, but it's also there's a lot of these young lions in Muay Thai, man. They're coming up, and it's just hard to stay on that level with them. And but in kickboxing, you take away the clinch and the elbows and stuff like that, and I can still hang. I think I can still hang in kickboxing.
We've got Nong-O versus Rodtang. Tell me about that fight. It's because it's a fight that's part of your destiny too, right? It's objectively a great fight, but you're in this story.
Yeah, yeah. I'm super excited, man. I just seen that they announced that fight. Honestly, this whole card looks crazy. I feel like this is the best card that one championship has ever put together in history. You know, you got basically the best fighters in one on this card. Everybody's, you know, super exciting, and yeah, I'm super stoked, man, to be on this card, and you know, I have to come and perform. And talking about Nong-O and Rodtang, man, I'm so stoked for that fight. I feel like it's gonna be a legendary one. And you're right, I'm a part of that story because you know I've trained with Nong-O and them guys, and I have fought Rodtang, and it's I think it's gonna be a legendary night in general, man.
Is it important to say something? You know, you'll be up there on the stage with the press conference. You'll all be up there, and you're all gunning for that flyweight belt, right?
Well, they're fighting Muay Thai. We're fighting kickboxing, so it's I don't think I'm gonna be up there with them in Muay Thai because like I said, I'm stepping away from there and I'm gonna focus more on the kickboxing side. But if they cross over, man, let's go, baby. Come on, man.
I think
More the
with
merrier.
Rodtang especially, you know, he's you never know. But Nong-O, you know, he's a similar age, right? He's 38 years old. What a story. Can he do it?
Considering his last fight against um
Corny.
yeah, yeah, Kongtarani, man. I think it's possible, man. The boy's a beast, man. You know, Nongo is a legend, man. Like he's been in the game for so long. He's fought the best in the world. I mean, I feel like he's fought better fighters than Rodtang, you know, during his Muay Thai era and in the stadiums and stuff like that. So I think he can do it, man. To be honest, but you can't count Rodtang out because he does have like a steel jaw, and that guy is hard to put away, man.
Can you tell me about Jiao Suyai? Because if you look at his run outside of Kong Torani, finishes over like yourself, Nakrob, the way he finished Nakrob, how special is this dude? I think they should be building him big time.
Yes, that's the guy they should be putting their time into instead of this fucking JoJo guy and bullshit. Like these guys are bums, man. I don't understand what the big deal is with JoJo. The guy's the biggest bum in the fucking league. He's not a great fighter. Okay, got a big fucking mouth, pretty boy, you know. But I feel like Zhao Sui will destroy him. You know what I mean? Like what like the guy is the fucking is the real deal. Zhao Sui is going to be a problem in the upcoming years in Muay Thai for sure, especially in one if they keep him if they you know give him that. Did he get the contract yet?
Yeah.
Can't remember. He got the contract. I think he got the contract when he beat me, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
couple fights
So
back
yeah,
too.
that guy's going to be a problem. So you know, I have high hopes for that guy. You know, we are you know when you fight you have an opponent, but we're not enemies. You know, I respect I respect each and every fighter. You know what I mean? But Zhao Shuya is special, man. That guy's he's young, 23, 24. Fuck, he's got nothing but time. So
Uh,
yeah.
so tell me about JoJo. Is this score gonna get settled before you hang them up?
Nah, bro, I got no. I listen. I ain't fucking looking at that kid, man. He's what is he doing for my career? Tell me, he's done. He does nothing for me if I fight him, win or lose. Does nothing for me. So I'm not looking at that kid. I'm looking to fight beasts. The beasts that I've been fighting. So that kid's got a lot of growing up to do. You know, he needs to shut the fuck up, humble himself, train harder. I'm sure he's got potential to be a good fighter, but right now he's just got a big fucking mouth on him. You know, and he can't even beat guys that I'm beating up. So why is this guy opening his mouth calling me out? You know, I'll end this fucking career very fast, and I don't want to do that.
Are you impressed with the Estupinan twins? They're now training up at Fairtex. They have such a unique style. They're bringing that panda kick flow. Have they impressed you?
The pressure impresses me. There's a lot of mistakes that they make, though. I feel like. but I think it's the pressure that's helping them get through these fights. They're great fighters, but there's a lot of mistakes that they make. You know, they're very open, they're very wild. There's no balance to them very much. There are not a lot of balance, but I feel like the pressure is uh is what's taking these guys, putting a lot of uh pressure on them is what's taking them out, I think. But yeah, good fighters, man. Very exciting to watch. I love the guys, man. I love the twins.
We're expecting a legendary card here. Dennis, always fun to see you fight. Always fun to catch up with you. Remind me one more time. Where did Watch It Freaks? Where did that come from?
Ah, man, that's a long story, man. Um, Basically, we're working at this one uh place, and there was a janitor in the house, and like he was like cleaning up, and then the kids, he would always be, he'd walk through and be like, "Watch it, freaks!" Right? And it was just so catchy, and like it kind of like we started all doing it, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna use this when I start, like when I get on these big events. I'm gonna start using that in my fighting. He's like, yeah, use it. That's fine. So it just came out. His kid, this guy, his name was Benz. We called him. He was a janitor at the gym, and he would clean up the gym. And the kids, they're in the way, and he'll just walk by and like, watch it, you freaks. So that's how it came by, man.
Dude, that reminds me of something that like I would see in a high school movie when you were growing up. You know what I mean? Like it's always like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a character.
Exactly,
Have
exactly.
you got have you got the merch going with that?
The merch is coming soon. Definitely. We're working on the merch. We're gonna be doing freakwear. We're gonna call it freakwear. So Watch It Freaks merch is coming soon. So stay tuned, and hopefully by New Year's
Respect.
we'll
Well, I
have it
will
ready.
see you in Tokyo. Can't wait for this one. Respect. Cheers, brother.
Thanks so much, brother. We'll see you there. Let's go. Watch it, freaks! Ha!